Hey, it's Acoustic Stevo, the human patriot, coming to you from the universe. I just wanted to make a quick little video. I wanted to try this out. I'm streaming straight from my phone in YouTube, and I'm just curious as to whether or not this will work. And this is a little video I was thinking about making today. Um, what I had to say is real quick. I'm gonna zoom out here maybe a little. I see my face. So I think it's working. Um, I guess I see my chat. Let me type in it. All right, so I say hi. All right, so I said hi. That's working, right? So this may be another way I can interact on here. So let's just get to it. Red flag laws. Um, I wanted to actually upload a thumbnail to this live stream that I created, but I wasn't finding it. But what that thumbnail was the flag of China. There's your red flag, right? Because really, that's what red flag laws really, in essence, stand for: communism. Basically, you have the government deciding whose guns can be taken without due process. See, the Second Amendment allows us to bear arms without the worry of government infringement. So basically, we've wiped out the Second Amendment if we accept red flag laws, and the Fourth Amendment allows us to have security in our personal effects and properties without the ability of government to come and, without due process, violate our space, our effects, which is our person, and our home. And it can't just come right into your home. So that's why we need warrants. But red flag laws, they raid people and they take their guns without due process. And it's based on tips that they get from nosy neighbors, I guess, or whatever, concerned family members, concerned law enforcement. Um, you know what? I get it, the concern part, but you can't just go and take somebody's weapons because of a concern, because there's a lot of people who have unmerited concern, including law enforcement, where they might think somebody talking about freedom a little too much who owns firearms poses a possible threat to the security, whatever, the nation, the neighborhood, whatever. Maybe this person hasn't made a threat of any kind. I mean, because really that's the only way you can go and take somebody's firearms in this system, is if they haven't made a threat of any kind. Because if they've made a threat of any kind, guess what? They That's already unlawful to do. I mean, that violates natural law to say, I'm going to commit a mass shooting. Well, yeah, then you're going to get your guns taken away because you said you're going to commit a mass shooting. That's a threat of violence, and that's called, I guess, it's called really making a threat of violence. We don't have a right to try to get others to submit to our will, or just to be terrorized by threats of violence. You got to take an actual threat as a threat and deal with it as an actual threat. So yeah, if somebody's saying, I'm going to kill people, well then, sorry, but not even the government. If I hear it, I might, as a citizen, go and take your guns from you. I might, who knows how I would accomplish that. I wouldn't want to use the government. Maybe I would if it was a situation I thought people were going to die. But somehow, we're the ones who have ownership over our realities. The government is a big fiction. It's a big lie that everybody just goes along with. Um, Really, we're perfectly capable of governing ourselves, but besides all that, we have this thing called the Bill of Rights. We just trample it. We just trample it, and it's not acceptable. Um, I would suggest just living according to knowing what your rights are and just living that way. Don't let the state terrorize you. If they attempt to terrorize you, they may be successful. Maybe cowering is a way to go about dealing with that problem, but I don't think it's the best way. I think there's enough people out there right now that are waking up to just how bad the government is. I mean, we have these huge um, infrastructure of, you know, I guess, surveillance state apparatus um, employed upon us using our taxpayer dollars to fuel it. And basically, we already are under the nose of Big Brother. They just are waiting to flip the switch. And let me tell you what is going to enable them to flip that switch. If they can get Americans to willingly turn their guns in via a buyback program like was done in Australia, or any other means that they can creatively come up with. And you know what? A little AR-15, that's their poster boy, that's their boogeyman. It really, it's just a gun. I mean, I could take this semi truck today, right now. I could go drive this semi truck into a crowd of people. Well, I got a big city between me and my house. It's called Indianapolis. I'm sure I could plan and commit a mass murder in a number of seconds with a semi truck. If you are intent on terrorizing people and killing people, in this day and age, we have so many different ways we can do that. You could use household products to figure that one out. Um, the reason why guns are under attack, and they say these high capacity, magazines and whatnot, is because they want to neuter us, just like they've neutered every other country, the citizens of every other country on this planet. We're the last man standing, the last man standing. And we need to stand strong. Um, we need to give this world enough time to evolve, to catch up with the technology that we have. That we could, I mean, that the technology that's a lot of it's being hidden from us. We could totally change everything tomorrow. Really, people could be working on projects that would get done real fast. The things that's keeping this from happening are the governments, which use our own tax dollars against us to keep this whole petrodollar thing afloat. Think about this. Think about how fast technology has evolved, right? And then think how fast the automobile has evolved. Not very fast, right? Not very fast at all. There's a reason for that. Think how fast we went from steamboats to trains to automobiles. Well, what, we just stop at automobiles? Is that where we stop? I don't think so. But there's a reason why we have, and that's because of big money that understands that the petrodollar is their ticket to total domination of life on this planet, period. Prove me wrong on that. I mean, seriously, prove me wrong on that. But that's what a red flag law is. It's saying, okay, it's time for us to become China. It's time for us to step this up, and that's our new flag, that red flag, that Chinese communist flag. The submission of the individual to the will of the majority, which is just a mask for the authoritarian regime that's brainwashed the masses to believing that that is the majority's will, which it's not and never will be. So that's my quick little video to test out this stuff. I'm gonna see if anybody came in here in this chat. I don't think I can really see my chat from this, so that might be another thing I to I guess make me aware of, so I can make a decision on if this is a viable way to live stream. But I'm going on about 10 minutes now. It's a good amount of time to live stream. So I think when I hit that 10-minute mark, I'm just going to bow out and wish everybody a nice day. Think about it, folks. Don't fall into groupthink. idolizing the ideas put forth by demonic politicians. And when I say demonic, I mean their agenda that they've enacted in their being and that they're working for is demonic, so that makes them demonic. So it's that simple. I mean, there are entities out there, inside and beyond us, that we could choose to allow inside to manifest things. And there are a lot of people doing that on this earth right now. So don't be one of them. Stand for yourself. Stand for what's right. You know what's right inside yourself. Um, if you seek the truth, you shall find the truth. It's that simple. It's a promise. The universe has a lot of mysteries, but those mysteries open up like a flower. They bloom. And once they've bloomed, um, they put forth a very beautiful, picturesque scene. And, you know, take advantage of what the universe is offering you, which is the truth. Go find it. That being said, Human Patriot out.